Hey guys, Tyler here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to beautiful Costa Rica. Join my family and I as we embark upon a 10-day, 9-night adventure around this amazing country. We will be going to 3 locations, starting with dense jungle, waterfalls, and volcanoes in Arenal, followed by the cloud forest and ziplining in Monteverde, and then finally the beautiful national park and beaches in Manuel Antonio. I really hope you enjoy this video. Now sit back, relax, and let's go.
Most trips to Costa Rica start and end in the capital city of San Jose. We took an overnight flight from Los Angeles with a short stop in Guatemala and arrived in San Jose midday. From the airport, we made our way to the budget rental car agency and picked up our car that would get us around Costa Rica for the next 10 days. This car was a Toyota Rush. The vehicle does seat 7, but definitely was tight with all of our luggage. After getting the car, we had our first meal in Costa Rica and then began our 3-hour drive to Arenal.
Okay, so last night we arrived at our first day here in Costa Rica. We are just outside of La Fortuna. This is a Airbnb and we are hosted by Magdalena. This little house can accommodate up to 8 people and it has 3 bedrooms. It's really beautiful. I'm gonna show you the inside and then we'll take a look at the beautiful pool and spa. You're really gonna like it.
Through the highways till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on
Alright guys, I have a free app recommendation. My brother-in-law downloaded this and it picks up bird noises and it can identify the birds based on the region you're in. Let's check it out.
Yeah, it's called Merlin ID, and all you do is download it, start a new recording, and be quiet.
Okay, so we have an orange-chinned parakeet. Alright, it's day 2 of our trip and our first stop will be La Fortuna waterfall. This is the most popular thing to do here around Arenal, so we're hoping it's a nice day there.
Located in a biological reserve and part of the Arenal Volcano National Park, the La Fortuna waterfall is a short 10-minute drive from the town of La Fortuna. Entry is $20 for foreigners and $10 for nationals. There is a viewpoint of the waterfall that is accessible for all, including those with disabilities. Now, beyond this, the trail can be challenging for some. And by challenging, I mean 500 steps, which takes about 20 to 30 minutes. Once you make it to the waterfall, take some time to enjoy the views and have a swim. The current in the pool beneath the waterfall is strong, but if you go downstream just a bit, there are some calmer areas to soak in the water. Alright, so you've made it down, but now it's time to go back up. After 500 steps, make sure you treat yourself to a cold beverage at the park's bar and restaurant.
We pull over somewhere? Yeah. Right here?
After the waterfall, we stopped in for some local cuisine. On this trip, we generally ate out once a day for lunch or dinner, and then cooked the rest of our meals.
Alright, it is day 3 and we are just outside of La Fortuna here at the Bogarin Trail. and we're hoping to see some sloths and maybe some really cool birds. Let's check it out.
Admission to the Bogarin Trail is about $17 per person, and quite a bit more if you want to have a guide. The guide will help you see more animals, including the sloths, which typically are very high in the canopy and difficult to spot. The guides use a spotting scope to really get a good look at the sloths. The path is flat and short, so most people won't have a problem here.
One more drink, everything's good.
Good. Is it not erupted?
After a delicious lunch, we returned to our Airbnb to make use of the amazing pool and spa. Mom also got us all caught up on laundry. Thanks, Mom. After a heavy but brief tropical downpour, Max, our host, took us to feed the farm animals that live on site at Magdalena's property.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
But, the property is.
Alright, it is day 4 and we are leaving La Fortuna, headed to Monteverde, where we will be staying at an eco lodge called Valle Escondido, and we might make a couple stops along the way.
Although La Fortuna and Monteverde are only 16 miles apart, the drive between the two takes about 3 hours. There isn't a direct road due to the Arenal Lake and forest region. It's a beautiful drive though, with plenty of viewpoints, coffee shops, restaurants, and craft shops along the way. After lunch, the drive got a bit bumpy, but we made it to our lodge in Monteverde with time to unwind before we gathered to watch the sunset. Valle Escondido has a large grass area and is known for being the best place in town to watch the sunset. Every evening was amazing. Valle Escondido is a harvest-to-plate eco-lodge, meaning all of the food is grown and prepped on-site and then served at their restaurant. Situated on 44 acres of lush rainforest land, Valle Escondido also offers well-maintained trails that lead to waterfalls and amazing viewing platforms.
Imagine people had to build this.
Yeah.
That's where the other
Yeah, see ya!
Okay, so you can't really go to Costa Rica and not zipline. Monteverde is one of the top ziplining destinations in the world, and there are several large companies that you can choose from. We ended up going with Treetopia. Everyone had a great time, despite the weather getting a bit wet and cold.
You like it?
Given the weather, most of our group passed on the final free fall option, but I had to see what it was about.
Alright, we just finished up ziplining here at Treetopia. Got a little wet out there. We all did good.
Once we were out of the wet and cold, a hot bowl of soup really hit the spot.
Start here.
The next day we were back at Treetopia, but this time for the hanging bridges. Hanging bridges are a fun way to explore the rainforest. The bridges put you high amidst the plants and animals that live in the canopy of the forest. If anything, it's just a very beautiful walk, and I can highly recommend it.
Water you can find in Squad.
We had a friend waiting for us in the parking lot. This is a white-nosed coati, also known as a coatimundi, and it's the Costa Rican version of a raccoon. You'll likely see several during your visit to Costa Rica.
Shawarma, chicken.
Ah, one final sunset at Valle Escondido, and then dinner a short drive away.
Let me try this one.
Alright, we are saying goodbye to Monteverde, and we will begin our trip to Manuel Antonio.
The final chapter to our Costa Rican adventure began with a little hiccup, a nail in one of our tires. Fortunately, the service station attendant discovered it while he was fueling us up. He was able to plug it, and we were back on our way. Volcanoes, waterfalls, jungles, they were all great, but we were ready for some beach time. The drive from Monteverde to Manuel Antonio was once again about 3 hours. We split the drive by stopping for lunch in Jaco. We decided to have some tacos. After lunch, we checked out the beach for a bit and then continued our drive on to Manuel Antonio.
Whew, well, it is much warmer here in Manuel Antonio. We have made it to our last stay, which does include a little doughboy pool, a very large open seating area, and let's take a look at the rest. Got the inside kitchen area, bedroom here, bedroom over here, and then there's a whole another bedroom upstairs. Woo. That's cheap. There's a bathroom right there.
After getting settled, we explored the grounds and then played some games. The next morning, we were off to what I would consider my favorite part of the trip, Manuel Antonio National Park. This time we got the guide, and I'm really glad we did. Daniel was an expert at finding wildlife we would have never seen on our own. His spotting scope allowed us to see all sorts of creatures, including the sloths that were really high in the canopy.
Look that stripe. Look his body. That's very good view. Look. Look his position right now.
Daniel led us to Playa Manuel Antonio, and there we spent a couple hours enjoying one of the most beautiful beaches in the world. When it was time to leave, we took the trail to the park exit and saw a lot of monkeys along the way. On our last day in Costa Rica, we decided to go to the beach. Playa Espadilla was really nice, warm water, and plenty of things to do. After a long day at the beach, my sister and brother-in-law decided to go get massages. My parents relaxed with their grandkids, and I went for a hike. If you watch my other videos, you know I love a good hike. I really enjoyed Playa La Macha, and the sunset here was a nice way to close out a great trip. One last meal prepared by yours truly, and the next morning we were off to the airport. Thanks for watching this video. Like and subscribe for more of my travel content.